Hey, it's Milton Daily Homes Chuck here, and we got a short list today. So I think we're finally starting to see that typical August slowdown in terms of the number of listings. 6 properties in total. First one up is 11343 Guelph Line. It's at 449, and it's on a 130 by 230 foot lot, so it's about 2/3 of an acre. I like the setback from the road. Looks like there's a double car garage. There's 3 bedrooms. It looks like there's even potentially an in-law suite downstairs with a second kitchen. So at $450 for all this stuff, it's electric radiant heat, which, you know, not my favorite kind of heating, but it's got an in-ground pool too. The zoning allows for a home-based business. There's lots of great things here. If you look in the description, Brookville School is a very well-regarded school. So there's so many great things about this home. I think for the price, I mean, without photos, I'm going to assume the inside isn't sort of a knockout, but I still think that there's a tremendous amount of intrinsic value there, even if the cosmetics inside aren't necessarily, you know, blow your mind kind of stuff. Still very, very good listing. I'd definitely jump on that. And you find sometimes with stuff in the country under 500, you can't even wait for the photos to get out. You got to jump on them quick. Okay, so 660 Hood Terrace, 459.9. And so it's a Lindsay. There's a new model, new name for the model, but I call it a Lindsay still. It's 4-bedroom, 1,800 square feet, plus a finished basement. And my issue with this one is that I hope that people can kind of see past it. It looks like all the pictures have actually compressed, you know, like accordion pressed in. The kitchen actually is bigger than this in person. You'd feel that it would be a lot bigger. It would have been nice, you know, I look at things sometimes if you have the stainless steel, you know, let's say dishwasher and stove, oftentimes it's worthwhile to spring the extra to actually have matching appliances. Even if it was just a black fridge, it can really enhance your impression. And you want to make sure that there's value there, and you can say, hey, we got stainless steel, not a mix, right? So anyhow, you go through the pictures, and again, that family room, it actually looks bigger than this in person. So yeah, that room doesn't create the impression of space, and I know that it's actually a pretty decent sized room. None of the rooms here are huge, but they can all fit a good amount of stuff. There's a bed plus a couch here, but it's hard to tell from the angles. And so the finished basement, so probably about 600 square feet of finished space, a deck in the back, and then that's going back to the combined living dining room. So I don't disagree with the price that they put on there. I just think that the average buyer may not be able to see the things that I see, having gone through this home already, or this model. I haven't actually seen this one in person. 92 Charles Street is at $599, and so you're looking at a single car garage, nice, but it looks like a patterned concrete driveway. Now, I find the photos here hard to, like, I can't figure them out, and that's just my own personal impression. I think they create a nice impression, but they almost look like paintings to me. It's like, I want to see reality. I want to see what it really looks like to the naked eye. And walkout basement, fully finished here. It looks like this might be an addition, and yeah, very, very strong impression. 55 by 132 foot lot, and trees all around. Charles is a great street. They've blown out the ceilings here, made a nice high, you know, open concept kind of feel. The counters have been upgraded. There's an eat-in just off the kitchen. Nice big family room here too. And you know, there's people that wait for bungalows. And this home in the old section of town, people can walk to Pasqualino's. They can walk to, you know, the farmer's market on the weekends. I really, really like this listing. I don't think it's going to take long for them to sell. I think they chose a good price. October is their ideal possession day. 285 Potts is at $639.9, and so it's called a Vanderwood model. It's 3053 square feet. They've got the stone and stucco elevation. It's on a 46 by 80 foot lot. That's the biggest property on that size of lot that Manor builds. Nice open concept here. You've got the extra pantry space, the under cabinet lighting. I'm not sure if the counters are upgraded, living, dining, and then you also have a front kind of den office area. There's your family room. So great layout here. I find the master's a little tough to position a bed just based on where the doors are. Double sinks in the master, ensuite, and there's another view of the front. So I had one on pot. It's actually the same model, very similar features, even with hardwood on both levels. And at 629 a couple months ago, we just could not get somebody to bite on this. So I hope these guys have better luck than we do. I definitely think they're in the right 6 to 650 price category. There was the same model as this with a gorgeous finished basement, very well done inside. It was at 699. I think they just had an offer last week. Okay, so nice. Nice home there for sure. 3 full bathrooms upstairs as well. Now this one on Dolby is definitely a one-of-a-kind listing. It's at $799, and we've talked before in previous episodes about how hard it is to sell stuff over $7 in Milton right now. At $799, if they sold for full price, this would be the highest sale ever in Milton. I think the record is $785 for New Milton. Anyhow, there's some older stuff that sold for more, but in New Milton, $785 is the benchmark. And so this was the former model home, okay, so 3331 square feet. It's called a Berg. You've got extra interlock on the driveway here. Inside it's just loaded with upgrades, big thick moldings here, baseboards, you know, the iron pickets, all that kind of stuff. The carpet has a little bit of a kind of grayish greenish thing. I would have loved to see hardwood in here. I think it would just kind of finish what they're trying to do. The kitchen is just stacked. You know, you've got pot lights, all kinds of stuff. And I think that the impression's very strong in here. Gas fireplace in the master. The ensuite looks beautiful. You can see the upgraded counters with the undermounted sinks. There's mirrors that go right across here. That was a great thing that they did in the model homes. This is basically floor to ceiling mirrors, basically the whole ensuite. So I think that this one would even look better than these photos in person. If you remember the model home, it was definitely a stunner. One thing I think that may not sit too well with people is the fact that it's right on Dolby here. And if you remember the models, they actually face Derry, and Derry used to be, when they sold these, a lot less traffic, and so we're seeing a lot more traffic on Derry now. It's nice and close to Portobello's, the new Hawthorne Cafe. So you can walk to some stuff for sure. There's some good parks close by, but having the noise factor of Derry. So the street itself, very quiet. If you don't live on Dolby, you generally don't drive on Dolby, but the noise may be an issue for some people. I think the highest sale for this model is hovering in the kind of low sevens, somewhere maybe up to 720. So I wish these guys luck. I think that anytime you've got a home that looks like this, I'm always on your side. You know, it's when the effort isn't made in the home, that's when I start to kind of say, hey, you know, you guys could have done it a bit better. These guys have done an awesome job in the home, and I hope they get the best price they possibly can. So 284 Wheel a Hen is at $967. Kind of an English Manor style, and I checked the names, and longtime watchers of Daily Homes, just so you know, the person who lives here, their last name is not Higginbotham, but I wish it was. So the English Manor style, very, very nice, 217 by 443, so about 2 acres of land. Great street here, really classic homes on Wheelahan. Upgraded kitchen here, some stainless steel appliances. You got a triple sink there, and then you've got the family room. So a little bit of a modern twist. They've certainly put some money into this one, and I think this is a good deal. This is 6 bedrooms. You're talking about 4 full washrooms on this one, between 3,000 and 3,500 square feet. Just watch the roof, watch the windows, watch the things that might cost you money, because homes in this area tend to sort of float around that time frame where you have to do some of that stuff if it's not already done. So that can mean the difference really of, you know, $20,000, $30,000 by the time you do some of the mechanical stuff. Or even more than that. So anyhow, so that's our list for today, and I do like this one on Wheelham, by the way. So have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow with more Milton Daily Home.